I thought you were going to beat me up. He said, "Is your name Sam?" And I went,
I to be fair.
And I didn't know whether to say yes or no. And then he said, "Oh, will you play bass?" And I was like, "Nah, I don't want to."
Hello everybody and welcome to the Luka State Podcast. This is our second podcast that we've ever done and we're buzzing. It's cool. We can't wait to do it. And I said on the first one, the whole point in this is for you guys to get to know us, what we're about as people and what we're about as a band. Obviously there's no instruments, so as a band, you know what I mean. You get what I'm saying. Please like and subscribe. Share the shit out of it if you like it. If you find us funny, tell your mates. If you don't, then don't. But you know what I mean. You probably are going to like it. So let's get started. We're still new to this and we've all just lost our podcast virginity, so we've still got notes, so please just look past that. Jake's got the notes and Jake's going to go first, so Jake, go.
Oh, that felt like I was really getting put on the spot then, Conrad.
You are on the spot.
No. I just thought it would be nice. We've introduced ourselves a little bit, so I was kind of interested in what we were like when we were a bit younger, and I was kind of interested in knowing what our first encounters were with each other, and maybe like about giving a bit of an insight of what we were like, you know, what the first version of Conrad was like when you met him, or you know.
Oh god,
yeah, that's cool.
Fucking hell.
You know what? As well, it's all in. I think everyone's got different versions of each other.
I think you
Exactly.
two met first, didn't you? I think actually.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
we would have met first before I
like,
even met you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you,
yeah, because we played
go first then.
footy at Verdon at the same time, but didn't really interact.
Verdon was a high school, by the way.
Oh
for
yeah,
people who
yeah,
are
Verdon
not
High
from
School,
Winsford.
It's not there anymore. It's been knocked down. Been turned into an academy.
Either
of some
went
form.
Verdon or Woody, so if there's people watching from Verdon, hi. If there's people watching from Woody,
Fuck you.
He
He's
went-
from Woody.
I went Woodford last night.
Yeah,
Well,
fuck you.
Well, it's not either though, Conrad, because
No.
I went neither.
He went
so-
St Nick's.
No.
Yeah. So anyway, how you
so-
met?
Go on, sorry.
Yeah, it was like footy. Didn't really interact in that because you're playing footy at the time. But then it was Miss Drury, the legend.
Miss Jory. I
It was
wonder
a-
what she's doing now.
God knows, probably still waiting for a coursework off me.
Yeah.
But it was that moment of
Still sat there.
still. Have you got it? Of Mice and Men? It's been 20 fucking years. But it was a moment of we swapped CDs, didn't we? Because it was like
Yeah,
me,
man.
you, Kim Vig, Jay Monroe, and Ben on a table. I think
Yeah.
you swapped me or Nevermind the Bollocks.
Yeah.
I had the Clash's first album, and
And we swapped. So
It
he
was
sat
love at
behind me in
first sight.
English. So if I was here, he was directly behind me.
like this.
Let's do a reenactment.
No.
Bad recreation.
He's just spilt his water.
We're new to this, but we're not new to being in a studio. Like, we shouldn't be knocking stuff over.
So anyway, yeah, I sat behind Conrad. We won't recreate it because,
We knocked stuff over.
and we haven't got a Hollywood budget for the CGI that's required. But
So basically, what happened was I sat in front of him and we used to swap CDs, and I had Nevermind the Bollocks by the Sex Pistols, and I used to play the shit out of it. I remember my cousin Miles was a postman at the time, and in the summer I used to play it so loud with my bedroom window open in the morning that he could hear it from the next street on my estate. You could actually hear it, and I used to get bollocked by my mum for it. But yeah, I used
worked
to
out.
think-
Never
'cause I
mind the
used to think
bollocking. It was the Sex Pistols.
I used to think I was amazing that I had that I was listening to punk music,
Yeah.
and then we swapped the Clash. Yeah, I don't know if that was my first introduction to the Clash when I think about it, because I think
I wasn't claiming to introduce the Clash to you. I just said we swapped
but
CDs.
I think that was like the first time I probably listened to the Clash more, because the reason I got into punk music was through my uncle Chris, and he was always Sex Pistols over the Clash, so I was always a Sex Pistols head, so I didn't listen to Clash that much. I think when you give me that CD and then I dived into them and I realised how much of a diverse band they eventually were, I changed my mind then and I became Clash over Sex Pistols. But I think until you give me that CD, I think I hadn't really dived into their catalogue. I mean, we were only 12.
So,
yeah.
basically, I enlightened you.
Yeah,
I'll
you
take
did.
that.
You
I'll
did.
take
Yeah,
that.
you did.
Nice, that's very cool. Jake, what were you like as a kid, mate? Because obviously we didn't know you as a young band, did we?
No, I was a energetic young buck. No, I didn't know any of you guys.
Well,
I was schooled out of town.
There's a weird chance that we probably did play. We must have played out on it. There's a place called Adventure Hill in Winsford where my grandparents lived, and he grew up nearby.
Mm-hmm.
definitely chance.
Are you saying
that-
we might have shared an adventure?
Yeah.
My-
on the hill, we definitely
on the-
shared an adventure.
Oh my God. My first memory of like meeting any three of you guys was I was a Targets fan back in the day,
Targets were our old
which
band,
was
the first ever band that me and Conrad were ever in.
Yeah. together.
And I was a fan, and so I thought, right, I want to try and get to know them because they were like everybody knew them in town. So I tried to add Conrad on Facebook, and he had like 3,000 friends.
he's got like
But then
7,000 now.
I
Don't know any of them.
I didn't know any of
We're all
them,
about 20.
but he wouldn't accept me until maybe like 6 years later or whenever when I joined the band.
Sorry,
So-
mate.
That's
I'm
all right,
sorry.
mate. And he's been
Still
accepting
stings.
That makes
fucking
me-
anyone for ages.
That makes me
I
feel
don't-
really
out of
bad.
there's 3,000 people and I couldn't get a accept off Conrad.
I'm sorry. I
Conrad
really
Ellis.
apologise.
Weren't much of a dog then, were you?
I
Help you.
apologise for my sins.
Yeah.
He's got some of my family members on Facebook that I haven't got on Facebook.
I know,
Fuck
it's not
yeah.
on.
I need to do a bit of a cold.
To be fair, I remember the first time meeting Sam, like thereabouts. Just
Probably
because,
like,
like,
what, third,
like, sort of, like, I'm not,
14,
I don't think
probably.
I've ever told you this because it was sort of like weird at the time because like obviously I knew Conrad and then Conrad had started the Targets with you, so I was like hearing about you and stuff like that. But it was just always like, there's this cool guy, Sam Bell.
Oh.
There's this
Oh.
cool guy.
Take
Yeah.
that.
So I'm not gonna lie, like I went into it thinking like automatically don't like him because he's cool.
Were you
and
sadly
I'm
disappointed?
a little bit of a punk and stuff like that. And then he said he really liked Green Day, and I was like, don't know how much I believe you. So I started asking him Green Day questions. It turned out he's an encyclopedia, and then I
Passed
realised
the Green Day test.
Pass the test, right?
Passed the Green Day test.
Is that how your teachers would describe you as being cool, Sam?
Absolutely not. No, to be fair, my school reports were the same from when I was like in reception to like when I left school. It was, he's a nice boy. He daydreams a lot, and he doesn't stop tapping on the table.
He's a nice boy.
And I'm still doing that now. That's called anxiety, teachers. Leave me alone.
So far, we've had two people kicking off at their school teachers.
No, mine were all
podcast.
alright.
Well, to be fair, I wasn't kicking off at my school teacher. It's just I know for a fact Miss Rory is still kicking off at me for not doing that of Mice and Men.
That's
Of course,
brilliant.
with
Yeah,
it.
she was a legend.
Yeah, me and Conrad
Remember
met.
when she fell over?
Yeah.
Me and Conrad met at a place in Winsford called the Eufy, and it was like young musicians. It was somewhere for them to go and like learn on it, like learn how to play and kind of jam together. And you came and found me there,
Yeah,
and I thought you were going to beat me up. You said, "Is your name Sam?" And I went,
I say that, to be fair.
and I didn't know whether to say yes or no. And then he said, "Oh, will you play bass?" And I was like, "Nah, I don't want to." I just got a guitar as well. I was like, "No, I'm not playing 4 strings." And then he made me play it, and he said, "What? Can you play anything?" And obviously, I played about 15 Green Day songs, and then proceeded to ring me up every single day, didn't you?
I rang him every day.
Every day,
I wouldn't
yeah.
take no for answer. So our kid
For months.
basically told me that he was at the Eufy and he was doing his thing on this music project. So I went down, obviously, as he said, like, he thought I was going to beat him up. But I did ring you persistently on your house phone for a very long time.
And your voice hasn't changed since like I met you either. Like I think you hit puberty at like fucking 5.
Oh, yeah.
Because my mum used to like shout up, "That lad with the really croaky weird voice is on the phone again."
Shafts on the
I
phone
assume
again.
it's Sander.
It's on the phone.
Yeah. But yeah, you have not changed since like the day I met you, bro. I wouldn't change. I wouldn't change you.
So,
Anyway,
an interesting
much.
thing about me and you is we've been writing songs together since we were like 11 years old. So the other day, my dad was going through his computer because he's moving loads of pictures and videos onto another format. I can't remember what it is, and he found a picture of me and you in my bedroom when we were like 12, writing songs. And cue the photo. We'll show you the photo.
It's
now.
so good.
Here is a photo
They
of
look
me
like
and Sam
Hanson.
when we were 12, writing songs, and in my
Writing
bedroom
Unbox.
it's
They
all
were
Green
Hanson.
Day and
Handsome young
Green
chaps.
Day and some 41.
all
and
them
stuff like that.
posters on the wall were from Kerrang because
They were, yeah, yeah.
I had the same magazines and
Yeah.
and because you got a poster with it, it was free. I had the same fucking ones on my
Yeah.
wall, like exactly the same ones.
Yeah, it was the.
Yeah, you
if
would have- everyone
if
would
you
have had
went to
them.
anyone's bedroom at that point.
It's fucking
like,
Limp. I remember though, there was always one on one side and one on
Yeah,
the other,
man.
so you had to
Was,
choose. Do
yeah,
I like
yeah.
fucking Limp Bizkit better or Evanescence?
that,
Do you know
and
what I mean?
sometimes they did the double spread, but if you flipped it over, it was 2 single ones, so you could cut it down the
Yeah,
middle. And
true.
have to-
I've got-
and then
I've
you
got-
have
Shout out
decide.
to Kerrang.
I've got a tragic story about them, right? So so I had a picture of, I don't know if it was Roy Keane or Robbie Keane on my bedroom wall. I don't know why, because I'm an Everton fan.
I was going to say.
No, it was from like, I don't know what football magazine it will have been either. But anyway, my mum was downstairs, right, and she was listening to the band Keane, and I really liked them as an adult, but like back then I didn't, and I was an only child. I was dead sport when I was younger, so I threw that much of a paddy. I went upstairs and ripped off my Robbie Keane picture in protest of not liking Keane.
Did you think Robbie Keane was in Keane?
I was like, I hate Keane. Come on, Robbie, take that.
You got Robbie on vocals and keyboard, Roy on drums.
All the Keanes, Michael,
and then Michael on
brilliant.
bass. Oh, Mickey.
Keane
They've got some good tunes, haven't they? To be fair, like going back to kids, like describe yourself as like you said you were spoiled or angry or.
Well, I mean, I was like very young then, but as a kid, I was naughty in school. You wouldn't believe it. I was a really like naughty kid, but like I used to try and like twinkle my eyes at. At like my friends' parents, so that they wouldn't think I was naughty and tell my parents and stuff like that. But I was like that. I
was shy, really, and I was just in my own little world. If I'm honest, I still am now. Hi.
Yeah.
About you, mate? Rambunctious.
Yeah, well, I was.
Bear in mind, I went to school with you, so you can't lie.
Well, I was very mad as a kid, wasn't I? So.
You know what?
I'm an ADHD OG. I got diagnosed when I was 8.
My favourite
9.
One of my favourite memories when you're talking about that in school is we had so in like school you have the lost property box for when you're at PE, and you and Jay Monroe had forgot your PE kit. So the teacher, Mr. Freeman, said you have to get a kit out of the lost property and wear that, like some scruffy old one that's never been washed and anything like that. So you did that, and then when we got to the next lesson, we sat down, and you and Jay burst in, and you were both wearing girls' school uniforms that you found in the box, and then wouldn't take it off.
What is a picture of that somewhere?
That was one of those moments where I was like, I'm with this lad for life.
Yeah.
So
I think I've always been a bit of a wild card.
So definitely haven't changed then.
No, still not changed. No.
Not in the slightest.
I'm partial to wearing a dress every now and again. Do you know what I mean?
That's why I'm still sat next to him.
Yeah, you know. What about you?
Right?
Yeah, what about you, Lewis?
I was just still quiet. I mean, the only thing I've developed with age is anger. Let's be honest, I'm turning into my dad. I fully hold my hands up. I have an incredibly short fuse, and it's never about anything like fucking justified.
There's grumps.
Like if a WH Smith hasn't got a dairy milk in, that shopkeeper better hope he's behind one of those protective glasses.
I don't know if anyone played the game The Sims. You know, where you have to have like hunger levels, sleep, social level, and like if Lewis doesn't have all of his stats in the green, Lewis is Hulk mode.
Yeah, that's my secret.
To people who
I'm
know.
always angry.
What a weird game that is when you think about it.
The Sims.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had a good one, by the way. I'm the son of Rage and Roy.
That works out. Being the son of Roy is a responsibility, man.
So, if you're just tuning in,
anyway,
don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
No, on a serious note,
drop
Conrad.
in the comments whether you. No.
Go on, tell him, Conrad. Tell him, Conrad.
You just told him, like and subscribe. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and ask us, and we'll carry that over to the next episode. Hope you like what you're watching. Share the shit out of it with your mates. Hope we make you laugh. Or if you think we're a bunch of boring cunts, then don't bother watching the next one.
It's not even that,
But anyway, let's talk.
To be fair as well, like if you guys have got any funny stories about you growing up, we'd love to hear them as well. Cause
definitely.
This isn't just about us. Yeah, so if you've got any forms of stories, anything like that, send it on Twitter or X or Y or whatever Elon's called it this week. But let us know. We'd love to hear them all. We love hearing your stories.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
What's next on the list, Jake?
I was just wondering. Right, let's roll the clocks back a bit because we're getting a bit nostalgic, aren't we? Today?
Yes.
But if we were going to the shops in the year 2001, and we've got a quid off Dad. What are we getting with a quid?
Oh, I know.
What's the quid getting?
Hang on.
I'm going to go all out. I know.
Lewis, go on, mate. You start.
Straight off this, because this is like... It's going to... there was a shop in Grangemouth. Do you remember Jay's? Over Square. It specifically has to be Jay's that I'm going to.
Yeah.
I'm going for 2 Freddos. A Milky Way crispy roll.
Oh, top tier.
Mate, it's still top tier to this day.
Yeah.
They used to do the little Starburst pack.
Starburst.
Not
the stars.
Yeah. The ones where they're like Chewits but not Starburst.
Oh, I do know what you mean.
Yeah, like they're like Chewits.
Yeah, I know
like
what you
those
mean.
sort of. If anyone's dropping in the comments, what's that called?
Help, yeah.
Help us reminisce. We're
A
losing
pack
our
of
memory.
A little pack of foamy bananas.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, could you get all this for a
Mate,
quid?
at Jay's you could get it all. I'm talking. Each of these items I've named not above 15p so far, and then finally an orange tip top. So when you used to chew the corner off the carton drinks and squeeze that,
Yeah.
and then you could run in and spray it in people's faces.
Cue a picture of a tip top in case no one knows what it is. You'll find one on Google.
Do you know
Find
what, do you know what
anything
I
on
done the
Google.
other day, right? Does anyone remember the sweets called cherry drops?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I just was on this random, I had this random hunger for cherry drops the other day. So I was like,
random.
So yeah, I know, out of nowhere. I think I had a Jolly Rancher cherry flavour and it reminded me of it.
Nice. No way.
And I was like, I wonder if they still do cherry drops. And I Googled it and there was a pack for like 25 quid online because I don't
No
think
way.
I don't think they sell them anymore. So I think
No,
people
they'll
have
be
like
like,
stocked, you know, like
That is
stocked up
mental.
on them.
When they're called lips, though, then if you got them from the market, they were called lips.
No,
They were
cherry
cherry
drops were
lips.
like hard boiled.
Yeah, you're on about cherry lips.
sweets.
No, you could get little tiny lips.
Like a hot. No, that's a different. That's,
Cherry lips.
Cherry
That's what
lips,
they're
yeah.
No,
called.
cherry lips.
yeah. I mean, it is,
No,
you're right with cherry.
They were like, I can't even describe it. They were on the market.
No, I'm on about like hard boiled. It's a hard boiled.
What are those sweets?
Yeah.
The cherry flavoured and shaped like lips.
No,
Cherry lips.
no, you're thinking of it. I've got a thing in my head that my nan used to get.
You've got
All right,
many
well,
things
comment.
in your head, mate. Scientists are trying
help
to
us out.
discover.
That's a good one.
Save us, chatting shit for ages. Comment and let us know what he's on about.
No, it should
Yeah.
be. It should be comment your favourite discontinued snack.
Okay,
Okay,
do that.
very nice, Jake. I like
Do
that.
that.
Yeah, we have
You've done this
to-
before, haven't
Go
you,
on,
mate?
what else you getting anyway? Cherry lips.
Cherry drops, not cherry lips.
Cherry
Very
drops.
Cherry
lips.
drops.
It's cherry kind of day.
I'm getting a can of dandelion and bird.
I'm
getting a can of dandelion and bird.
Dandelion and
Dandelion and
Dandelion and bird muck, yeah.
And then I don't know. I'm just seeing what 2001 has to offer. Do you know?
Mate, you could have got an
it's
issue with a
hard to say,
Beano
you know.
back then.
Beano.
I ain't going in a sweet shop, mate. I'm going straight to Video Zone,
Oh!
which was a video rental place, by the way. VHSs. Show me age. 50p, mate, for a week. So I get two. I rent it out for a week. 2 videos.
My Little Pony and Rosie and Jim.
Well, I had to always go in with my mum, obviously, because I didn't. I always wanted like Bruce Lee films and horror films.
Can I say something?
So that's me.
One
That's
thing
my
that used to
money.
really freak me out when we were kids was when I used to go around your house was how much older shit you used to watch. So like I used to be like, whoa, he's watching Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm not allowed to watch that yet. I was 11.
Yeah, I got
Sam's watching Cannibal
I got the
Holocaust
Omen
in
box.
primary school.
Yeah, yes, that's the
Like-
shit they used to watch though.
I'm sorry, Mum, but I got the Omen box set when I was 10, man. I'm all
Sorry,
right.
Mum.
I'm all right. I can find now.
Sue.
Bad parenting.
That's bad. That.
Oh, God.
Crazy,
I,
innit?
I remember watching Paranormal Activity, right? And because there was a rumor when it first came out that it was real. So I remember watching it,
Yeah.
right? And then that night I slept on my mum and dad's floor because I was terrified. wait. And then I retold the story to someone and I was like, yeah, I was like 8 when it came out. And I looked into it and I was like 14 or 15. And I was like, oh no.
You know what I remember? Like, this is random. Like, when you're
Brilliant.
like back that age and going about films like affecting you and stuff like
Yeah.
that. The first Mission Impossible film, right? There's a scene at the start of the film when there's a guy on top of an elevator,
Yeah.
and because it's
Oh,
a trap,
yeah.
someone
And it-
triggers it, and the
yeah,
hook comes
and
down and
comes
goes in his
down.
eyes.
Yeah.
That scarred me. Like,
No way.
I could not watch.
Yeah,
Like, it
man.
was like 16 until I watched Mission Impossible again, just because of some
Yeah.
guy on a lift.
I did tell you what I was getting for me snack.
No one cares, mate.
Go on,
Do you
then,
know
quick,
what,
snap us
though?
up.
They used to do these Pokemon lollies because obviously Pokemon cards would have been big then, weren't they? 2001. They used to do these Pokemon lollies where you got a sticker in it,
Yeah.
and I used to collect the sticker in the Pokemon cards and trade them. So I would have been getting a shitload of them and then trading them in school.
Nice.
To finish,
Yeah.
can we all give our former selves a piece of advice?
That's good. I like that.
And the best piece of advice gets a Pokemon sticker off Conrad. He's still got it. Okay.
I'll go first. It's
really
not
hard.
necessarily my advice, but I seen it the other day, and it was Robert De Niro on the actors' table, and he was basically just saying, "Calm the fuck down." Like when everything is going really well and things are looking up for you, just take a breath and just don't get too excited. Just calm down.
Nice.
And if I calm down more, which I'm trying to do in my older age, I think I wouldn't have got into as many situations as I get in.
Do you know what?
Do you know what I mean? But I still get in situations now.
I'm fine leaving it on that for me, because I was going to say chill out as well. To be fair,
Well, yeah.
That's what I would say to my younger
Yeah.
self. Just because
Sorry,
you can't change whatever's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Just chill
I'll
out.
be honest, mine's more sort of like high school isn't great for everyone. Like, I have to admit, like, I was mates with you and stuff, but like I did have a rough time of it. Like, if I could go back to mine, it would be more like stick with it. Like,
Yeah.
gets hard, but
Yeah,
look at us now.
Mine was probably just give less fucks.
Yeah.
I cared way too much about stuff that did not have any even like relevance to my life half the time. Yeah, so yeah,
That's
You used to get laughed
that's
at
why
for skinny
TC
jeans
found you
and
cool,
guitars.
mate.
Yeah, I used to look up to Sam Bell.
Yeah.
used.
Now my
Used to, now I think
now my
you're
advice
right
would be
back
go back
again.
and be get better idols.
On that note,
Yeah, on that note, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please comment your favourite discontinued snack, no matter where you're from. Let us know what it is. We all love eating, so we'll be really interested in that. So see you next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share the shit out of it, show your mates, and we'll see you next week. Thank you very much. Lots of love.